Welcome to 911 Elite Performance. I am very excited to walk you through the program platform as well as our community so that you can learn how to navigate yourself as easily as possible through this program. So if you click in to your Kajabi, if you got the email, you're actually already in Kajabi. If you are on this, so you have already created a username and password and you are in Kajabi. You will click on, that'll give you it'll give you the health tracker, train to be chef strong. You're also going to be getting the gut program here soon as well. So click on 911 Elite Performance and you will see all of these modules as you're going through to work on different parts of your stress system. The welcome is very important. It does walk you through with different tips and strategies in order to be very successful in this program, based on things that responders have learned through going through this and understanding really how to work this through your shifts. I did add in to work out or not work out here because that is one of the most popular questions that we do have. And I guided you on how to understand how to work out, how to know when to work out and not work out, because there's this fine line between overtraining and where you need to push yourself in order to gain those effects. So that is in here as well. So go through this. It is best to start going through this in order. What you will find is as we start going into coaching calls and learning more about you, we may suggest for you to work through different lessons in the program in a different order based on what's going on with you and where you can get the maximal effects right now. So we dive into sleep. You'll see sleep has, oh man, has 10 different lessons in sleep. All tired and wired. There's one just on how to help yourself with tired and wired, how to help yourself with waking mid sleep supplements, stimulants. Some of these stimulants you may not be aware of, some you may be, but definitely work your way through all of these lessons. As you open them up as well, you will see, let's go to a sleep one. When you open it up, there is a video for you to watch. There is always as well these slide decks that we use in every single video. Every lesson has a slide deck made up. So you have access to the slide decks to download. You also can download the transcript. Also, always take a look in here because we do have different resources in some of the lessons for adding resources for you. They will also be here from that specific lesson. And then you'll always have your action steps. Every single action steps will lead you as well to our group community where you will ask questions. I'll show you that in a second. So you can either watch, listen, or read every single lesson based on what works best for you. We also have in here, if you scroll down, we have resources. So I just told you about the PDFs that come with different lessons. Every single PDF that comes with the lessons, we also have in here. At the time of me doing this, we are adding in more of the lessons. They are all recorded. Everything is ready. My team is working hard behind the scenes to get all of the videos and PDFs in here as I'm recording this for you guys. So when you come in here, there will be more in here. But these are all of in every single module, every lesson, wherever we have a PDF. I know there is one here. So let me show you. Oh, sleep supplements, probably here. I'm assuming there's a download. Yes, there is a download on sleep supplements here, a sleep supplement list. And so it's in this lesson. And sometimes you may want to go back to it and go, what the heck, where is that? So we have added that here in resources. All you have to do, if you remember that there was a PDF download, it'll always be here for you as well. So there is your sleep supplement list right here, and you just download it. So if you ever need to come back, it is there for you as well. All right, that I think is a good rundown of Kajabi. Going into it, it will mark when lessons are read, so you'll be able to see them. We're still building this out, so I haven't gone through any of these lessons myself, but you'll see this will change color when something is read. And you go through, so you know exactly where you're at, what you have gone through and what you haven't gone through. You may also notice sometimes I will tell you to star or save a certain, oh, that's interesting. On the mobile app, so the mobile app you'll see is different. You can star or heart a module to come back to it, but it's interesting on the laptop version, it doesn't. I usually do courses that I have in Kajabi on my mobile phone. So the mobile phone is very easy to use, very intuitive. It'll show you all of your modules, all of the lessons. You just click in, watch them, and you can actually heart or star. So if I'm referring to you to actually star once, you can come back to it later. That is definitely just a mobile feature. I'll have to keep that in mind. So let's dive over into our free community. So I'm not going to do too much scrolling on this because we do allow you to use an alias coming in here. And I am also protecting those that do not have an alias by showing you the names of people that are in this program. This is an app. It's not like Facebook, but you can like post comments. We pay for this app and it is a secret app, which is why there's that extra step for you to get into it on the mobile app, because you can't just randomly search for a group and find it. You're also able to use an alias. Just if you are using an alias, let us know. Private message us in this group or email us support@911lifestyle.com and tell us you're using an alias, because we do check every single person that comes in with who has purchased this program so that we're making sure that nobody even snuck in somehow in some tech way into the back end of this. So every time that you go into this, I love this app as well on my phone. The great thing about it as well, not being like Facebook and that, is it doesn't have algorithms to pull you in. You come in, ask your question, and you're out. You won't get pinged with tons of notifications. Their notifications are phenomenal in here. You can set your notifications in here so that you're only getting either mobile push or email updates. And I have everything checked off because this is my group and I need to have everything. But you can only, if somebody's commenting on your post, you can turn off, really customize the notifications. So you're not being pinged tons, but you are getting the notifications that you do need in order to stay on top of things. So if you ask a question, you'll get a notification for answers on your post on your question, but nothing else if you don't want. So that's one thing I love about it, is it really does eliminate that sucking you into it. You're only in it for what you need. This is a question that I asked. I'm not going to scroll too far because I don't want you to see everybody's answers, but it is what service people work for, how long they've been in service. So you'll see there's actually a fire EMS, there's police, paramedics, we have corrections in here. There's all different services that are in this group, and the years of service definitely do vary. When you come in, you'll see features as well that gives you always the link for the Kajabi. So you can always go back and forth. Kajabi always gives you links for this group. This group will always give you links for Kajabi. So they're always linking with one another to find out questions. So you come in here, post a question, just say testing question, and you'll post it. You can tag me at Andy and it will pop up. It'll actually tag me so that I even know that the question is there and I'll answer it for you. So this way, this works with us 24/7 of you being in the program, of you being able to ask questions. It doesn't matter what time, day or night, then I'll get to it when I am in the office. Now we do also have coaching calls. Oops, we want to get rid of that. We do have coaching calls. So again, these are on Zoom and we do record them, but you do not ever have to turn on your video. You can always just ask us questions. And you can also use your alias name from this group. So nobody ever needs to find out who you are. So you can ask these questions. Now, as you saw in the program here, we don't deal with mental health things. Everything that we're dealing with is questions on sleep, on hydration, on your strong resting system, stress supplements, your resting circadian rhythm. So this is how to make sure that your body knows when you're actually waking, that it needs to get all of the proper hormones going to manage stress and to give you energy on any shift schedule. So all of these are things that our responders usually have struggle speaking of. They'll tell us about their shift, and on these coaching calls, they'll tell us about This is the shift I'm working. This is what's going on at home. This is the lesson that I'm working on, or this is what I'm experiencing, my sleep, or this is what I'm experiencing with stress, with anger, with the short fuse, with anxiety. They'll tell us whatever they're experiencing, and we dive into more of what their shift is like. And from there, we can start directing them to the right lessons to work on, or things to maybe adjust or refine based on the schedule that they're on. That's one reason we give lifetime access as well, is every stage of life, it changes what you're required, what you need from the tools. Certain tools that will work when your kids are babies will not work when they're toddlers, will not work when they're teenagers, or when you're empty nesters, or before you even have kids. Different strategies and tools will work differently. So we need to adapt as that adapts. The same thing with changing to a different service with a different schedule, or promotions, or lateral moves to different divisions and specialties in your service. They all have different stressors. You're moving from being on the road to maybe being in an office where you're going through files of horrific cases all the time, child abuse cases or sexual assaults, online assaults. Those are different strategies that we need to be implementing in order to help you manage the stressors of those specific positions as well. So these are things that we talk about in coaching calls, and they are recorded, and then they go into, we don't have them in the topic section right now because we're starting a new branch of this program, but all of the coaching calls will come in here in this topic section. This topic section is add-ons to lessons and different things, or sometimes quick things to come. So things that will be referring to you, some videos or some links in the lessons in Kajabi, you can just always quickly find in the topic section here. Gut healing foods, when water, coffee, tea alternatives. If you're tired of drinking water, what can you have instead? Things like that. Different interviews, book. We have some that love these book and podcast recommendations because they dive into leadership. We dive into deeper things that come to stress for those that would testing options, supplements. All kinds of things are in this topic section that you can come back to as well. Environmental toxins. What we do as well is, as questions come up, sometimes I will post articles, or I will dive deeper into answering a question for them. And sometimes we will add those into some of these topic sections as well. So these are always growing and evolving as more and more of you come into the program. So these events, you can click on it. We know that you will not be able to make every single call, especially with your schedule. We also know that sometimes you get called out even on your days off. So what you can do is write in this on the event. If you write, okay, I'm going to try to come, I'm on shift, here's my question. So if you have a question and it needs to be more in depth than a post, I can answer it for you. And when we do the recording, I will tag each person at a number. I'll just say this person, this time. For when I answered questions, I'll timestamp it so that you can go to the recording, go to your timestamp and listen. I have found so much, and the responders here. So in courses I've done that do this as well, I love listening just to the recordings because questions other asks, sometimes they're ahead of me. Sometimes they ask questions I never thought of. That way, when I get to that point, I already know the answer. I'm already prepared for it. Or I sometimes see that I'm not alone in where I'm struggling, and I see how others have solved a problem maybe a little bit different than I have. And it's been invaluable. So that is why we record them, but you are more than welcome to not turn on your camera and use an alias in this group, the same in the coaching calls, the same as you do in the Mighty Networks group. All right, I think I covered everything there. If you have any other questions, let me know. Module 1, this video is right here. So this doesn't have a video right now because that's what I'm creating for you guys. So this is going to be in your welcome. You will notice that we always have action steps at the end of every single lesson. So your action steps are to log into Mighty Networks. If you have not done so yet, it tells you how to do it on laptop and mobile. Then you're going to go to the events tab, and right here, if we click it, it will click right to the events tab for you. So we link everything for you so you don't have to look for a thing. And you'll go into there and you'll go events tab, and you're going to add in your coaching calls. Oh, that's what I didn't show you guys. In coaching calls, if you click that you're going, you can also, when you're in here, you can add it to your calendar. So it'll be in your calendar. If you even click that you're going and you have the notifications set on Mighty Networks, they will give you a countdown of like an hour before and 10 minutes before. So if you can make it, you can make it. If you can't, pop into that post and post your question so that I can answer it for you during the call. I'll check this as the call is going on. When I've answered everybody live, then I will answer any other questions remaining in this post here. So add it to your calendar and click that you're going. Once you click that you're going, these ones are repeat events here. So if you just click to the one, it'll repeat to all of them that you are going. So that, I believe, covers everything. We've got introduce yourself in Mighty Networks. So that will be on this post that we just posted in here. To introduce yourself as new people, what service you worked for, how long you've been in service. There's also welcome email with other ways to navigate Mighty Networks, and you'll continue on to the next lesson. So as you're going through here, you just mark this as complete. It'll mark it, and you'll go on to your next lesson. There, see, it shows the blue when you've completed it. All right, and I will see you in Mighty Networks on coaching calls. Again, ask if you have any questions, post them in Mighty Networks, bring them to the coaching calls. We are definitely there to help you.